My life is constantly in motion, training, racing, and preparing for whatever comes next. But after crossing the finish line at the Cape Cod Marathon, I knew that focusing on recovery was my next step. Hey everyone, welcome back to Mindful Strides. I'm Run Emily Ann, and I'm so excited to share today's episode with you. Today we are diving into something that's been a game changer in my own journey. It's the power of pause. If you've ever felt like slowing down means losing momentum, I've been there too. There are times where I would work out 7 days a week and think to myself, if I don't work out, I'm not being productive. But today I want to take you behind the scenes of what recovery really looks like, not just for your body, but for your mind and spirit too. Hello everybody, welcome back to Mindful Strides. I'm Run Emily Ann, and this is episode number 7 of the series. As you can see, I have my glasses on. We're about to get real smart with it. Just kidding. We're actually going to be diving into something a little bit different. It's gonna be about, walking and journaling and getting myself prepped for the week and all of that fun stuff. So come join me. Let's talk about why taking a step back is sometimes the strongest move you can make. For years, I thought slowing down meant falling behind, but I've learned that recovery isn't a setback. It's essential, and it is an essential part of your training.
Gloves is a game changer.
Recovery for me isn't just about letting my body heal. It's about giving myself permission to pause, physically, mentally, and emotionally. I began with simple steps, starting with journaling as part of my routine. I used it to reflect on my training, unpacking the highs and lows of my marathon journey. Some days I wrote about the excitement of race day. Other days I explored the doubts and fears that crept in along the way. I also write pretty much anything else in my journal, whatever is in my head, I just put it on paper. I used to hold myself to a very strict regimen, and I do time blocking a little bit, I kind of do that on my notes tab where I'll put in that next day, okay, so here's my time blocking for what I want to get done, because I just like the organization of it all. But for my planner, it's just okay, I work these days, I know I want to get 2 or 3 strength training sessions in a week. I know I want to get a run in, but where to fit that in. And I know I want rest days, right? That's what this whole episode is about, being mindful about that kind of stuff. So, just trying to see where my week is at, have to focus on other things too, so I can get so into my training or into getting chores done and all this stuff that I don't leave time for my friends that I want to reach out to or spend time with and think about, I wonder if they're busy this weekend, or my boyfriend's schedule because he's gonna be out of town next weekend, so I'm I could do this and that with my friends, so it's always changing. Writing helped me process everything I'd been carrying, and it gave me clarity I didn't know I needed. Meditation also became a lifeline. Sitting quietly, even for a few minutes, gave me space to breathe, to let my thoughts settle, to step back and gain perspective on what I'd accomplished and what it all meant. I know meditation can be difficult sometimes, but if it is hard for you, try a couple minutes a day and see where it gets you. But recovery for me isn't just about sitting still. I embrace active rest as well. Movement that feels good without the intensity that comes with being in a training block. For example, Pilates helped me strengthen areas I tend to neglect. Walking let me reconnect with the outdoors. Cycling gave me a chance to move and take a break from constant high-impact workouts. And skiing became a way to combine movement with the stillness of nature. It is both refreshing and restorative.
It's such a pretty view too.
Physical therapy also became a cornerstone of my routine. My therapist, Jade, shout out to you, Jade, and I focused on building strength where I needed it most, my glutes and my hamstrings. 5 minutes of a jog, just to start off, and then we're gonna hit the intervals. 30 seconds on, 90 seconds rest. 45 seconds on, 90 seconds rest. 60 seconds on, 90 seconds rest. And I'm going to do that 3 times. Building this strength will only aid in being the best that I can be for future races. I'm learning so much about the human body as well as my own body, which is hugely beneficial when it comes to training. One of my favorite recovery days was spent up in the mountains, surrounded by snow and silence. It wasn't about chasing speed or breaking records, and let me tell you, I am not breaking any kind of records when it comes to skiing. It was just me, the cold air, and the steady rhythm of my skis gliding across the snow. That kind of movement feels effortless. The mountains have a way of reminding you how small you are and how much there is to appreciate when you slow down and look around you. Through this process, I realized something I hadn't let myself admit before. The pause is part of the process. Training doesn't end at the finish line. The lessons keep unfolding long after the medal is around your neck. Recovery gave me permission to sit with my accomplishments and let them settle in. To celebrate, not by jumping to the next goal, but by truly acknowledging how far I'd come. It's so easy to get caught up in the constant push for more and that next goal, but I've learned there's strength in simply stopping and appreciating all of the accomplishments that you have already made. These pauses aren't being about lazy or indulgent. They're about building a solid foundation for my body, for my mind, and in preparation for what's next. Taking care of myself isn't a luxury, it is a non-negotiable. That's what the power of pause means to me. It's not a step back, it's a way to move forward with intention. It's a chance to recover, recalibrate, and prepare for what's ahead. And it's a reminder that strength doesn't just come from the grind, it comes from the moments we take to reflect and rebuild. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Mindful Strides. Remember, the power of pause isn't about stopping, it's about resetting, realigning, and rediscovering your strength. I'm Run Emily Ann. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to Jookbox for more episodes. Take care of yourself, embrace the moments that matter, and I'll see you next time. Until then, keep moving mindfully, stride by stride.